Thank you for attending the Bulgarian back course level 1, Suples Fit. My name is Ivan Ivanov and I'm founder of Suples Ltd, Suples Training Systems and Bulgarian back creator. During this educational video course, we will cover instructions on the 4 signature dynamic exercises: spin, snatch, arm throw and swing squat. The purpose of this video is to help you become more effective and productive Bulgarian back instructor while you're working with world-class athletes or any fitness level enthusiasts. I'll start my presentation by introducing you the Bulgarian back and its elements. Let's get started. Here's the Bulgarian back. The first element that I like to introduce you with are the main handles. These handles are helping us to execute many different dynamic exercises. A lot of grip training as well. The strap handles are the next important element that will give you a little bit break on your grip and allow you to do different exercises, mostly for muscle target. The side handles are so important elements and help you to hold the back in different positions as well as continuing training your grip. We have 3 of those handles around the back. And the next important element is the shape of the back. Allows us to bring the back on the shoulders and do many different exercises, mostly for a lower body training. My idea about creating the Bulgarian back came because of the sport of wrestling. I was looking for equipment that I can bring on the wrestling mats so I can physically and mentally prepare my wrestlers with specific exercises that are requiring twisting, bending, throwing, also imitating wrestling techniques. The signature exercise on the Bulgarian back are focused on engaging upper and lower body muscles with tremendous focus on grip and muscular endurance training. Wrestle with the back and win.
You are next!
Before we start working on the Bulgarian back, I want to advise you to make sure that your athletes are very well warmed up, especially shoulders and lower back. Let's go. Warm up before exercising with the Bulgarian back. Here I'm demonstrating a few of the most important exercises that I will recommend before using the Bulgarian back for first time. Basically, any exercises that can stretch your shoulders and mainly lower back can be used here, this warm up. I'm just showing you my style of exercising. Some of the exercises that you'll see here, they're a little bit extreme, but this is just my style. You can come up with, again, any exercises that will help you loosen up your shoulders and your lower back. Those are the areas that I strongly recommend you to make sure you're well stretched before you start doing these dynamic exercises and even progressive movements on the Bulgarian back. Here, as you see, what I'm including in my warm-up is some rotations, twisting, bending. Here I'm doing a little bit of intense training, doing a few sets on our tools that I have here in our Suples gym, our Suples studio. A little bit of pulling, here the rope, and any exercises here. I'm doing a little bit of shadow wrestling. That's a little bit too extreme for our fitness enthusiasts, but here are a few dynamic exercises here for shoulders. Basically, you can do anything you want, your style, without using the back. I will not recommend using the back for first-time users, mainly because most of the people don't have enough weights, different weights of backs. Later, after you go through the entire course, definitely I will recommend you to use the backs for warm-up, but for first time I want to make sure that your shoulders and your lower back are well loosened up. And again, you can do it with your style workout. Use just my demonstration. Here, this part of the warm-up, what I'm using is I'm trying to imitate some movements that I will be doing with the back. As you see, twisting, bending, shoulder warm-up. Here I am, I'm ready to go. Suples spin. Here I'm demonstrating one of the most signature exercises done on the Bulgarian back called Suples spin. Great dynamic exercise. In a little bit here we will be breaking it down and we'll do a demonstration with all the progressive movements that can help you to master this exercise. Open side-to-side swing. Side-to-side swing is a progressive movement that will teach you how to create momentum before you start doing the Suples spin. As you see, I'm keeping my chest straight, legs shoulder width apart, creating momentum, swinging the back close to my knees with straight arms side to side. Looking straight is one of the variations, and here in a little bit I'll be doing the next progressive movement. Absolutely the same, but I have to follow the back each direction I swing it. Here is again side to side swing with the head turn. Again, this exercise teaches you how to create momentum before you start spinning the back. Very important exercise to help you get the feel of it. What is the back? What is to swing it? What is to start moving it? How do you fight the resistance from the weight of the back? A great exercise also for a warm-up. It helps you to stretch your obliques and help you to get your heart rate up and loosen up your body. side-to-side swing with close grip, what we call it. Here I'm demonstrating side-to-side swing, but I'm using a little bit of different grip position. The grip is actually the same, but we call it a close swing, keeping the back close to our chest, arms bent 90 degrees. We try to create the same momentum as we did with the other variation of side-to-side swing. Here I'm doing the same side-to-side swing with the head turn, swinging the back and forth, following with the head, keeping it close to our chest, and elbows 90 degrees bent. It's very important here to keep your toes to point forward, because you want the back to challenge you to stretch. If you turn the opposite toe, especially towards the back, then you will not get the same effect from the swing. So keep your toes always forward and get some intensity with the swing, and try to go far and far every time you swing the back on the side. That will challenge you to stretch more. Here's the whip movement that we call it, or snap technique. This exercise will help you to make your spin fast and aggressive if you want to. And this exercise is so important, carries over many other exercises down the road with the combinations and other dynamic exercises that you want to execute on the Bulgarian back. The most important thing here is this snap. I'll tell you right now where I'm doing the snap. I will snap right there. Snap, snap, snap. As you see, this technique is so important, and it's a little bit challenging to learn at first, to master, but if you follow here what I'm doing, you'll be able to master this technique. What I'll recommend you to do here while you're drilling this progressive movement is, once you create the momentum using any of these holds with straight arms or arms 90 degrees bent, what we call it close grip, apply that snap movement anywhere between your hips and your shoulder height. That way you will know that you really are working on this technique. As you see, I'm trying to elevate the back on the side and then very quickly to snap it with the arm that is below. The arm that it actually turns the back into vertical position. I'm trying to imitate like I'm combing my hair. Of course I don't have anymore, but if you can imagine that combing your hair and turning, that movement will help you to turn the back into a vertical position and to place it below your shoulder blades. Here on this one, we call it a lamb swing. We still are working towards that whip snap technique. Just the difference is I'm picking up the back from the ground, and once I elevate it to my shoulder height, I snap it again, and as you see, I'm able to turn the back with the main top side handle down, pointing towards the ground. The whole idea here is to teach you how to turn the back down with the side handle to point down towards the ground. When we are doing the actual Suples spin, we want to keep the back below the shoulder blades, and no matter how fast we go, we need to know how to keep it under control and always keep it below the shoulder blades, not doing spins that imitating windmill. the lamb swing left and right. Great progressive movement. It could be useful in many exercise routines, but here we use it as a progressive movement working towards the suples spin. Again, this exercise is such an important key point here in order to master your whip snap technique. As you see, I'm placing the back on the ground, using the momentum. Once I elevate the back to my shoulder height, I snap it and quickly, aggressively, I turn the side handles down, pointing towards the ground. Accelerate, decelerate, pick it up, accelerate, decelerate. Great way to build the flexibility in your upper shoulders. Great way to teach you how to create momentum and not muscling the back before you start taking off with your spin later when we are going to drill the suples spin. Here with this exercise, what we call it counterbalance, we're trying to develop some coordination and learn how to move our legs and how to use our legs while we're doing the suples spin. Later you'll be able to see how I'm using my legs while I'm doing the spin. This exercise, it will help you to master this element. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm shifting my body to the opposite side of the bag. Here is another exercise that helps you with the coordination and helps you to build some flexibility in your upper shoulders and teaches you how to shift your legs away from the back. Reminds you that the back needs to drop down below the shoulder blades while we're doing the suples spin. Great exercise for stretching. Later, when you start using the back more often, you can use this exercise as a warm-up exercise. Here I'm going to do a demonstration showing you where the back needs to go while you're spinning it. That's where we want the back to go. All the way down below the shoulder blades. Left and right, left and right. But you don't have to do this exercise on a very intense mode. You just do it slow, stretch. Try to drop that back as low as you possibly can. Elbows pointing up the ceiling. You can look at the back on the side that every time just follow the back to the side. Will help you with your coordination. Spin with pause. Here's a great progressive movement, great drill. Again, how to make that spin aggressive. As you see on this video, I am snapping the back every time I drop it down, then I'm taking off again with that snap or whip technique. Helps me to load the back again on my shoulders. Relax, explode. Relax, explode. Relax, explode. That's how you have to think while you're doing this exercise. Basically, drop the back on the way down and immediately after that, accelerate again. This drill helps you to learn how to create force here. As you see, the pause puts you in position where you have to use that snap. Now you don't have the ability to create the momentum because you have to pause it and then take off again with powerful whip and load the back behind your shoulder blades. Spin from knees is a little bit challenging exercises for the beginners. Mainly I use this exercise with first-time users who are leaning forward while they trying to spin the back from standing position. This exercise will put you in position where you have no chance to lean forward. If you lean forward, if you're not keeping your chest up, the back will take control and will knock you down. Great exercise to fix that problem. I will recommend use a little bit lighter weight back if you are not able to spin the back that you normally are using. Here is now again the Suples spin, complete Suples spin, done on fast mode. What I want you to pay attention now is how I change direction. After a few spins, I'm changing direction. This drill is very important to make this exercise completed or make it complete. We need to have a good finish or good way to change direction and make the transition nice and smooth by shifting our body the opposite side of the back. I'm not dropping the back down. I'm breathing well. That's why I want to say a few things about the breathing. Every time I turn towards the back, I exhale, and every time I take off, I inhale, and that will help me to keep my breathing in the right way, and of course last longer with my spin or handle bigger back. I'm doing here the close spin. It's absolutely the same way. This is more challenging spin because I have to keep my arms always about 90 degrees bent and still be able to create that speed with my spin. Again, breathing is so important. Every time turns towards the back, you exhale and then inhale. As you go up, your elbows are wide open. Then make sure you inhale. Pay attention on my legs, how I'm shifting my legs to the opposite side of the back. You can see the progressive movement, call it counterbalance or body shift. You'll see it. I hope you see it here, how it works. Basically, what I was able to do with this progressive movements, I was able to put them together in order to master this great dynamic movement, called it Suples spin. Now we have to slow it down a little bit with the intensity. I'll be demonstrating you some muscle target exercises done on the Bulgarian back. Here I'm demonstrating curls, bicep curls, by using the main handles, just the standard curls that you can do with barbells or some other weights. Keeping my body straight, elbows close to my body. Here immediately I'm doing a side swing curls. The task for this demonstration is to show you how we are using the Bulgarian back to create some muscle target exercises done on supersets, what we call it. As you notice, I was able to do bicep curls, then side swing curls. Now I switched immediately with Russian twists, holding the Bulgarian back for the side handles. All of these exercises have to be done without break. Just immediately switch from one exercise to another and finish this chain of exercises or superset with push-ups on the back. This example of superset, you can use it mostly for your muscular endurance training. Using the side handles, I like to start my set by placing the back on one of my legs on my thigh. Then I turn to the other one and I do like maybe 10 or 15 or whatever your athlete's ability is allowing. While we're doing supersets, we try to do set minimum of 10 reps or at least like 20 seconds at least work. Now I was able to bring my both legs to hips width apart, slightly bend my knee, raise the back to my shoulder height. Keep again working on my upper shoulders. Here is again another exercise that works the back side of the shoulder, call it military press. Using the strap handles, dropping the back down to the lower back, pressing all the way up. Just keep working. There's no rest here. I'm still working on my superset after the plate. I went to a military press. Now I'm doing the military press, but keeping the back front of my chest, engaging my legs a little bit because the back is gonna start feeling really heavy, but I'm still working out. I'm moving to upright rows all the way up, elbows coming very close to the shoulders. Just keep working out, just don't stop. The back is so convenient to switch from one exercise to another. If you know the back, if you know the elements of the back and you know how to use it. Now I can loosen up my body a little bit. Here's another demonstration for superset, doing the plate workout. We're holding the back like a plate, doing rotations behind the head. Every time we bring the back in front of the chest, keep arms straight. Don't allow the back to push your arms down. It's a great shoulder target exercise. The combination is, again, now we're doing the pullovers after those rotations. Pullovers still are targeting the upper shoulders. Immediately combine with presses. Don't drop the back until you finish either 20 seconds or a certain amount of reps, minimum 10 on each side, or 30 seconds, 20-30 seconds per each exercise. Then drop the back down. That will make you your total superset. Here again we're targeting shoulders, shoulder raises. Here's another exercise that targets shoulders again. Presses on the back or shoulder presses on the back. Using the back as a supportive tool here helps you to target shoulders. As you see here, what I'm doing is I tuck my chin close to my chest and I dip my head all the way down until almost I touch the ground, and I press back towards my butt. I don't want to press all the way up. You don't want to make this exercise look like you're doing push-ups on the back, but you want to target shoulders. You don't want to target chest here. Push-ups with the back on top, chest workout. Push-ups with the back on top. Properly set the back so the back will not fall off. Set logo on the back facing your back. Keep body straight, just as you do regular push-ups. You can open legs wider for extra balance. If you want to make this exercise more challenging while you're taking your rest time, just stay in plank position. Then you work your core muscles. Here's the German twist. I'm finishing my superset on the Bulgarian back. After the Russian twist comes the German twist. A great exercise I learned from my partners from Germany. So it's a great way to finish my superset. Regular squats, most of you know how to do. What's important here is to learn how to keep the back tight on your shoulders. See, I'm holding the back for the straps and pushing it forward, keeping my chest up, going all the way down to about 90-degree angle on my squat. We really believe here in our system that we want athletes we want to teach them to squat deeper, minimum 90 degrees when they're squatting. Here's what we call it half spin squat. We spin the back halfway, and as soon as the back makes contact with our upper shoulders, we observe the impact from the back with deep squat, minimum 90 degrees. We're doing this mostly on intense mode, switching to left and right. Doing these type of squats, the back feels like it's few pounds or few kilos heavier, and also allows us to train our upper body while we're working on our legs. Great exercise. Vertical jumps. As you see, the first exercise that we did for the legs or the squats, we already know how to keep the back tight on our shoulders. As you see, every time I go down, I bring my hands to my hips. Every time I go up, I lead with my arms. Or I bring my arms down to my hips, and then as I jump up, I use my upper body, I use my arms. Lunges. Again, pay attention on the straps. I'm pressing the back forward, always away from me. Here again, another variation of lunges. As you know already, the Bulgarian back training system came from the sport of wrestling. Here I'm teaching how to lock, like we do in a body lock in wrestling. High knees. The secret here is to learn how to keep the back tight on your shoulders by pressing the straps. Long jumps, use your upper body and lower body. We already know how to keep the back tight on our shoulders. Engage your upper body and legs, explode, and make your jumps as powerful and long as possibly you can. Calf raises, most of you know this exercise. Again, I'm keeping the back tight on my shoulders by pressing those strap handles. Of course, you can do that by holding the back for the main handles, but seems like it's much easier and much more convenient to use the strap handles. Immediately after I stress the calf muscles, now I'm doing some intense side-to-side jumps. The goal here is to do as many as possibly you can without doubling your jumps, without jumping on the back. Also, as you see, keep the arm under a rhythm and work with the arms as well. Try to find the balance. Here I'm continuing again with half squats, jumps, half squat. Again, I'm using my arms. I'm trying to land between the main handles every time I rotate and try to keep my chest up and do that as intense as I possibly can. Great exercise while you're doing your muscular endurance workout. Suples snatch. Here I'm demonstrating the suples snatch, the complete suples snatch. Suples snatch is our second dynamic exercise that we will teach you during this course. The first progressive movement that we teach while we're teaching the suples snatch is front shrug. Front shrug with inside grip. As you see here, I'm pulling the back close to my chest. The most important thing that I'm looking here is, as an instructor, is make sure that people understand how to keep their elbows on the side, how to pull the elbows out. This exercise is very, very helpful to learn how to keep the back close to your chest. I will do the front shrug with outside grip, looking forward. Now in a few seconds I will look down. It's a little bit more challenging to do the front shrug and keep your elbows out by using the outside grip, but you have your favorite. Mostly I've been using the inside grip. I started to snatch the back first with outside grip, but lately I see that it's a lot easier to teach people how to keep their elbows out and keep the back close to the body by using the inside grip. So I recommend focus on the inside grip first, unless someone prefers the outside grip. Now I'm doing the same exercise, the front shrug, but as you see, I'm looking down. In our training, we teach the back needs to go behind the heels. When we're dipping the back on the way down, before we snatch it, we want to make sure that we drive that back as far as we possibly can. Of course, if you're injured, you don't have to do that, but we need to show here the standards, and we need to teach you the way that we're doing here, a Suples style. Now I'm doing the same front shrug, but I'm following the back on the way down. I want to extend my arms all the way, and I want to drive this back behind my heels. This could be a great exercise for some beginners, or you can use it as a warm-up exercise if you haven't done too much work on the Bulgarian back. And mainly here we're using it to teach people how to keep the back close to the chest and keep the elbows out. I'll be showing you two variations of different ways of holding the back. Now I'm demonstrating the inside hold or inside grip. As you see, I'm holding the back with the inside grip. Great exercise for building explosive power. I'll demonstrate now outside grip. This is what we call it, outside grip, complete snatch. Now, this is a variation of snatch, what we call it a hammer snatch. This is probably the most challenging snatch I've seen in my career teaching Bulgarian back courses and workshop. I see people are challenged to do this exercise. Again, the training came from the sport of wrestling. For us wrestlers and combat athletes, it's a lot easier to execute this exercise because we're here, we know how to use our legs while we're doing a throw. We use a very similar technique here while doing throws over our backs. Yeah, I'm showing a variation of how do you use the back as a hammer. I'm hammering this dummy here. You can do it on a Bosu ball or any other type of mat that will allow your back to bounce back but not damage your back. Make sure that the subject that you're slamming is soft and is not going to damage your back. Two different variations I'm showing. One is the duck under, the imitation of the duck under. The technique here is to deliver that back very flat on that subject, and immediately after using the bounce to get it back behind your head, getting ready to hammer again. Suples arm throw, great dynamic exercise. Yeah, I'm doing it on fast mode, the complete arm throw, just like a Greco-Roman wrestler. I have nothing to say about our colleagues from the freestyle, but this is mostly used in the Greco-Roman wrestling, this arm throw. We use this exercise with the Bulgarian back to help us to master this arm throw by doing it on a live partner. Now I'm going to demonstrate how we actually do it on the dummy. Almost the same movement. You can imagine a person here will be thrown over my back. Doesn't matter if it's a person or a dummy. Once I do my back step and engage my legs, that person or dummy is gone. It will be thrown. It's another proof of the knowledge and ability how to use our legs and also upper body while we're executing such a dynamic throw. The back is a lot easier to throw than a person or a dummy, but requires some coordination. Here, what I'm doing is I'm drilling the load. We call it shoulder load. This exercise teaches me how to build my coordination and learn how to place the back nicely on my shoulders. I like to do it only on one side first. When I work with beginners, then I go to the other side. I don't like to talk about too many details here. I focus on one element. What I'm asking my students to do, just to swing the back on the shoulder or on top of their shoulders or behind their back. And once the back makes the contact with their upper back, to observe the impact from the back with a slight squat. Now I'm demonstrating the complete arm throw. As you see, the difference is once I place the back on my back, I go much more down and I actually twist my body to create some more momentum before I explode and I throw that back over my upper back. Now it's very important to look away from the back. That also it's very helpful if you want to have a powerful throw. You have to synchronize and put all these movements together and be able to use your upper and lower body. Even if you look at my feet, when I throw, I come up off the ground. So you have to be very explosive and don't save anything. Just throw that back and make sure you hold it. It's one of my most challenging grip exercises, especially when you hit the muscular endurance workout. You feel that the arm throw is really making your grip tired. Here's another variation of arm throw. We call it modified arm throw. It's the easiest variation of arm throw. Mostly we use this with fitness clients. Basically, we flip the back on our shoulder and we shift our body towards the back. Seems like it's a lot easier for many people who haven't done any experience with combat sports. They learn this quite easier than the actual arm throw. It's a great fitness exercise. It's dynamic, it's nice, it's good. It's a good training, it's a good workout. Every time you load the back on the shoulder, now shift towards the back. Legs a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Swing squat. Swing squat is our fourth dynamic exercise that we teach here during level 1 Suples Fit Bulgarian back course. Great dynamic exercise engaging upper and lower body. This exercise is a progressive movement and helps you how to build and master your swing squat. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to engage my hips to generate power and elevate the back to about my eye level. I don't want to use my arms to swing the back up. I want to use my hips, and I want to kick power with my hips and a little bit my legs. Side-sided swing. Extend the back out, left or right, and beat the back with your squat. Here I'm using the inside grip and looking straight. Now I'm looking towards the back. There are two variations that you can use. Try both and see which one helps you to balance better and keep the back under good rhythm while you're squatting. Basically, you have to beat the back on the way down. When the back is on the side, you have to beat the back with the quick squat. Seems like it's easy for most of the people to learn first to swing the back only on one side and then to do it on the other side. Here on this side I'm using the inside grip I'm following the back now. Now I'm turning into a double side swing squats, looking forward. Now I'm looking towards the back. I'm using inside grip. Now I'm doing this exercise without coming all the way up. I want to keep my legs in squat bounce position, legs close to 90 degrees. Great demonstration of how we combine two dynamic movements, spin and arm throw. Make sure that when you're doing the combination spin arm throw or even single arm throw, make sure that leg position is always hips width apart. That way you'll be able to engage your legs a lot more. Warm up with the Bulgarian back. Now you'll see a demonstration from me with by doing a warm up with the Bulgarian back. I will recommend you to warm up with the Bulgarian back once you have some experience training with the Bulgarian back, once you have some experience of doing different exercises, especially those progressive movements. Those who we drill earlier to master the spin, for example, master the swing squat, master the snatch and the arm throw. All of those exercises could be done as a warm-up exercises with the Bulgarian back. Another variation of warming up with the Bulgarian back, or another way how to warm up with the Bulgarian back, I can suggest that you use a lighter bag and do almost any exercises that you know. Even if you do the spins, the snatches, the swing squats, with the lighter bag is okay. You don't have to use big bags while you are warming up to avoid any potential injuries. Make sure you start easy, not too much intensity, not too much speed, not too much load with weight. Do it to the point that you feel comfortable and gradually you loosen up your body. Be creative, do anything that you don't feel pain. Bulgarian back match, our protocol. Now, are you ready? Let's get back to business. Let's see what you got now here, okay? This protocol really will tell you a lot about the training with the Bulgarian back and why it was designed and why wrestlers train grip so much. So let's see if you're ready. Don't get too scared though. We want you to finish and we want you to do your best. And of course, we don't want you to quit. Finish all the way, show some willpower, and make sure you drink plenty of water and after you finish this workout. Basically what we did here with this routine, I was able to create imitation of one match training with the back by dividing it on 3 periods. For each period, you have numbers of exercises that you have to execute for numbers of sets. The first period of the match, you'll have to execute 10 spins on each side, bend over rows 10 times, and swing squats. You have to repeat this for 3 sets, and you have to finish for time no more than 3 minutes. Right after this period, you have 1 minute of rest time, and the next period of your match will be with the exercises called lamb swing, and you have to do 5 on each side, spins 10 on each side immediately right after that, and then shoulder raise squat 10 times. You have to repeat this again for 3 straight sets, and you have 5 minutes to finish. Right after the second period, you have 1 minute of rest time. The next last period will be with the following exercises: spin, arm throw combo, 5 on each side, and then you have to execute 10 swing squats. All of these exercises you have to repeat again for 3 straight sets, and you have 3 minutes to finish. If you do that, then you are Suples fit and Suples trained as well. So good luck. Bulgarian back muscular endurance workout. With this workout, I want you to experience one of my favorite workouts that I train the wrestlers at the Olympic Training Center in Marquette, Michigan. You'll see the exercises are some of those exercises that I train wrestlers how to improve their grip strength, their overall muscular endurance workout for the upper body and lower body, their willpower, and cardio workout. I am going to read all the exercises, the order that I train my wrestlers. The first exercise is the Suples spin. I want you to execute 20 seconds at least on each side. Immediately right after that, you have to execute 20 seconds of snatches. Arm throw, and then drop and catch. You have no rest time, only switching from one exercise to another, or if you decide to have a quick rest, there should not be more than 10 seconds, just to quickly shake your arms and then continue immediately with the next exercise. The exercise after drop and catch is curls and push-ups on the back. Those exercises have to be done in superset mode immediately right after curls. You go down and do push-ups on the back. Place your hands where the side handles are and go all the way down until you reach the back with your chest and go back up and do those push-ups with intensity. Immediately right after that, shake your arms again for about no longer than 10 seconds and then grab the back for the side handles and do the plate workout that I demonstrated earlier in this course. Then if you have a partner, do the back passes. Make sure you turn the back to a vertical position and you grab the back from outside and hold it, quickly pass it back to your partner and do this as fast as you can. Immediately right after that, do push-ups with the back on top. For that one, remember to place the logo of the back pointing your back. Quickly adjust those straps so you can balance the back on your shoulders and do push-ups, not allowing the back to fall down. Immediately from there, go to German twist, hold the back just like a baby and do quickly left and right quick turns with intensity from that bend over position. Again, everything should be done on fast mode. This is a muscular endurance workout. You want to do more reps for the time period that you have set here. 20 seconds we require here in our course, at least 20 seconds. Then from a swing squat, quickly switch to long jumps and do 20 seconds long jumps or anywhere about like 10 to 12 reps. If you don't have a larger facility, you can do one jump forward, then you can turn right away and do one jump backwards, go back and forth for about 12 reps, or like I said, 20 seconds. Immediately right after the long jumps, keep the back on your shoulders and do calf raises so you can stress the calves. Just do at least 20 reps, or again 20 seconds, then drop the back down real quick and then immediately start jumping over the back, just like I showed you earlier on the video. Make sure you don't double hop, make sure you don't jump on the back. Synchronize the jumps with your arm work, and do this as fast as possible. Then keep the back again on your shoulders and do the combo squat jumps, squat vertical jump. Do this as fast as you can. Make sure you go all the way down to 90 degrees. And finish your routine with high knees and high knees sprints I showed you earlier. Make sure that you keep the back really tight on your shoulders while you're running with the high knees, or you're running actually on the same spot where you can move very slowly forward. And I wish you sincerely good luck and success with coaching and using our tool. Thank you very much for attending this course.